Hello, and welcome to the latest installment of SketchUp Quick Tips. Today we're going to be talking about a special kind of components called dynamic components, which are components that the programmers have, thankfully for us, programmed a lot of special properties into. So you can do a lot of things with dynamic components. You can change scale and shape. They can move. They can change color. They may automatically grow and shrink. And they're pretty magical things. And if you're looking at a room like this where I want to add a staircase here quickly, I want to add some windows here without spending a whole bunch of time figuring out the math, messing around with it, dynamic components are a great way to go. So we're going to start with the stairs. We want them to fill the space right here. So the first question is, how do you find a dynamic component? So let's go to the little box with the yellow arrow, which is the fastest way to get to the 3D warehouse. And we're going to search for stairs first. We're going to put stairs, and then this is the magic little identifier in the 3D warehouse for any dynamic component. You want to put is, dynamic, and let's hit search. So I've looked at a lot of these, and you know what? I've saved you some time by telling you which is the best one to use, and it's the Scalable Stair by DC. So I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to go ahead and download it right into our model. So here it is, and your first thought might be, I don't want double stairs with a landing, I just want a single stair, and we can actually create that out of this, as well as give it some other great options. So let's go ahead and see how you do that. After it's placed, if you click on it, right click, go to Dynamic Components, Component Options, you're going to see this great dialog box pull up. And it's going to give us a lot of different ways that we can change this basic shape to make it fit our room. So first thing we're going to try to see is if we can fit this in a straight run going up to this landing above. So I'm going to start with the bottom where it says U-shape. I'm going to say straight. So the stairs width, we don't want them that wide. We want them 42 inches wide. I know that we have 8-foot ceilings here, so I'll go ahead and change that already. I'm going to say 8-foot ceilings. The rise and the run are generally within the normal range, so I'm going to leave them as they are. The landing depth, we don't need that much because we're going up here. I'm going to say 24 inches. We don't need a well hole. I'm going to change that to 0. And let's just see what that looks like for now. And we need to turn it around. Again, the quickest way to turn something around is just hit M for the move tool and then hover over the 4 little red dots, and you're going to get instantly moved to the rotate tool. Let's rotate that around until it snaps to 180 degrees, and then let's go ahead and move it until we snap on the corner. So let's go ahead and move this box over. So looks great. Magically the right size, magically comes to the right place, magically all the rise and run has been calculated for us. How quick and easy and fast was that? Okay, looks great, except, man, I wish I didn't have to figure out how to add a balustrade on here. Guess what? Don't have to. I'm going to click on it, and we're automatically back to the component option box. So you'll notice there is a balustrade option here. Right now it says no, yes, or only on the inside. Well, I only want it on one side. Let's check that, see what happens. Not quite what I wanted. So you might go, what am I going to do now? So here's another great tool called Flip Along. So I'm going to go ahead and select it. I'm going to go down to Flip Along, and I want to flip along the component's green axis. And look, what we basically did is we took this component and we flipped it horizontally, which meant the inside is now the outside is now the inside, and the balustrade is now where we want it to be. We can also change the height of the balustrade. Again, it's programmed into a good height as is. So I'm going to click away, and voila, we've got stairs and a balustrade, and that took us, I don't know, 2 minutes. Great. Okay, great. We've got our stairs in. We've got a couple minutes to go. Our client is waiting. Let's go ahead and throw in some windows quick. So we've got 2 windows of various sizes, and I'm going to again go to the 3D warehouse and window. And remember our magic search words, it's is:"dynamic." I hit search. Hey, if I see something made by SketchUp, I know that it's good, and I know these are great windows. I've used them many times before, so I'm going to go ahead and download this directly into my model. See, it takes a while. There's a lot of information programmed into it. So it's going to pop to my cursor. Great, it's going to snap to the edge. And let's go ahead, right-click on it, and see what options have been programmed into this window. So you can see the width and the height are grayed out, which means that you can't put specific information in it. However, this window will let you scale it to the size that you want. So let's go ahead and do that first. Alright, to scale the window, I'm going to select it if it's not already selected. I could use the shortcut key S if I'm really in a hurry, which I should be doing. Otherwise, over here is the scale toolbar. So you see who's ever programmed this, usually when we scale something there's some diagonal bars here and here that let you scale unexpectedly in all dimensions at once, but here they've only programmed one in the middle, which is great. I'm going to grab on that and I'm going to go till it snaps. I'm looking for the unedged snap. Then I want to scale the top of it, which is sometimes harder to see exactly where that is. I happen to be able to snap to it here, but another trick if you're trying to scale something or having trouble is to turn on the transparency or X-ray mode, and then you'll always be able to see all the handles. Again, I'm going to pull this one down and look for the unedged snap. The X-ray mode is a toggle, so I'll snap it again to go off. And now our window is inserted into the space. So let's see what other options that I have. So I'm going to keep the grill on, but you know what? I want the grill and the interior and the exterior all to be wood in the end. So I'm going to go ahead and choose that. Screen, no, I don't need that. I live in Seattle. I'm going to hit apply. And voila, all the materials are instantly changed for me. You can see if I decided that I didn't want the grill, I could turn that off, hit apply, and the grill would be gone. But I'm going to go ahead and put that back. Okay, let's go ahead and move a copy of this window over to our other window, which you can see is it's pretty different in its configurations. So I'm going to select the component. I'm going to do quickly, I'm going to hit M for move and Control. I'm going to bring it over and look at it magically snaps to the correct axis even though we've turned the corner. Another great point. Just going to go ahead and put it there and then zoom in so I can place it more correctly. Whoops. So I'm going to go ahead and move this point over. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go ahead and scale this. Turn on the transparency tool again. Oops. Go ahead and select this. Scale that. And watch what happens to the grills this time as its width gets smaller. It's right now it looks the same, and as soon as I snap to the edge, it readjusts to make the grills proportionally correct to the window size. Another amazing thing about dynamic components. I'm going to go ahead and scale it up, snap to the edge, and again, look what it did to the grills. It added another height-wise. Turn off the X-ray mode. And one last amazing thing that I can do. If you don't already have this dynamic component toolbar showing, what you need to do is go to View, Toolbars, and click on Dynamic. If you are in a Mac and are looking for this, you want to go to Tool, Toolbars, and then look for Options, And when you open that up, keep scrolling down the window and you're going to find a little button that looks like that, and you want to add that to your toolbar. But what happens with this magic little kind of creepy finger, it's called the Interact with Dynamic Components. And if I take that and click on this window, whoa. I love that. So this is what this dynamic component does. Other ones, doors might open and shut, cabinet doors might open and shut, a refrigerator door might open and shut, all sorts of things. So you can't tell if it's going to do anything. If the little window has a little yellow star burst, that means that it will do something if you click. If it has a red X, it means nope, nothing's happening here. Anyway, let's take a look at our two quick windows. Took another couple minutes, and hey, gotta go. Client's waiting.